Hello, everybody. It's me, Jesus Felix, your favorite English teacher. That many of you want to become an English teacher, and to do so, you need to learn methodology. But before that, you need to learn the difference between communicative competence and linguistic competence. And I have received some messages from you asking me, okay, teacher, I don't know, what is that? Teacher, I have questions. So what's the difference between this and this? And that was the reason why I decided to do this video, okay? But no worries, it is part of learning having doubts, okay? So, I have here some notes in order to help me because um, I'm older than you, so sometimes I forget some some ideas, so I prefer to write them down, okay? Uh, on the one hand, we have communicative competence, and on the other hand, we have linguistic competence, okay? So, let's try to understand these two competences, checking these examples. Suppose that you are in a cafe and you are with a coffee, so you are thirsty and you want to ask something to the waiter, and then you say, "Okay, excuse me, but uh, can I have a coffee, please?" Well, that phrase is used usually in a cafe, okay? But in that situation, your friend decides to say, okay, what is want to be done by me at the moment is having a coffee. Okay, I'm gonna repeat this. What is want to be done by me at the moment is having a coffee. Okay, you listen to this phrase and you say, okay, it sounds weird, isn't it? And yes, if we check this sentence and this phrase uh, under the revision of the grammar, we know that grammatically it is a correct sentence. However, it doesn't seem to it doesn't seem to sound natural, does it? Yes, and that's the problem. That phrase is not very common in spoken English. Indeed, it isn't so natural, and most native English speakers would say, okay, now, what do you say that? So, uh, the key to understand why this sentence is weird is this sentence doesn't sound natural is learning communicative competence and linguistic competence. Okay, let's start with communicative competence. Okay, so we have here communicative competence. Okay, so what's that, teacher? Well, just wait for the explanation. Communicative competence comprises both how sentences and our knowledge of language, grammar, vocabulary, etc., are used in communication. Furthermore, communicative competence tells us what utterances are communicatively appropriate. To summarize, it is the capacity we have to use language in ways that are appropriate for the context, for the situation, and so on. And this means expressing our opinions, suggestions, ideas, okay, etc. On the other hand, we have linguistic competence. So what's that, teacher? Yes, here you have the key. Linguistic competence comprises grammatical rules of a language. So it refers to the ability we have to create accurate sentences in a language. Okay, just remember the key is the grammar. And thus, these sentences are the target. And that's what books show the knowledge of the rule of sentence formation. Okay, so if you get an English book, a book to learn English, the first thing that you are going to find maybe is the grammar, but also we can find some phrases that are commonly used by native speakers. Okay, so there is an example that we can take into account to have these ideas. Just remember, whenever you want to check the grammar, you refer to linguistic competence. But if you want to refer if a sentence or the sentence or a phrase is grammatically correct and also it is used by native speakers, it is communicative competence. Finally, we can say that communicative competence contains linguistic competence. So, communicative competence is more practical, more useful, and in some cases more important than linguistic competence, just at the moment of learning a language. So, there you have the key. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions about these topics, please just send a message and I'll um, explain it. Okay, so bye guys, have a nice day, thanks for watching, and see you next week. Okay, bye.